All right, now that I got your attention, if you're talking about scripting as a manifestation method for money, you clicked on the right video, because we're talking about how writing about your life as if it already happened, so that your mind and emotions can catch up to your reality. This is how you align. Yes, ma'am. This is a whole spiritual, metaphysical, and quantum physical money magnetizer. So come on in, sit down. Let's turn these let's turn this scratch into stacks. Welcome to the channel, lady. Yes, I have to get these words out as easily and slowly as I can, so that you do not miss a single word of this video. I want this to be your new homegirl format, your go-to format for manifesting money and bringing in money and aligning with the money in a blink of an eye. I'm about to show you how to do it with this homegirl language that we speak. Okay, with those metaphysical, spiritual gems in here as well, because you know that that is what creates the value here. That is what sets the tone and sets the vibe for this channel, so that you feel like you're having a good heart to heart, maybe even a late night talk with your bestie, because or your sister friend, because it is nighttime right now. It is late, and I am here with you. So let me just tell you how I wrote it and made it happen. And this is important to me, because it's just like when you grow up and you used to write in your diary. This is almost the same technique, because sometimes you could write something down in there and go back and realize, you know what, that did finally happen, you know? Because, girl, I wrote in my journal, my bills are paid. My bills are paid. I just booked a luxury trip, and my business has money flowing in. Okay? 2 weeks later, my inbox was jumping, ding, ding, ding. I mean, it's like it owed me. Like the universe owed me for speaking up like that, being bold enough to declare something like that, knowing it wasn't true. If you ever tried any type of manifestation technique and it did not work, just sit your little self down, sit on down before a minute, and I'm about to show you how to write it like it already happened. Because, baby, scripting ain't just journaling, it is actually a spiritual narration, a personal invitation to your vision. Okay, so what if your breakthrough just needs for you to show up with that pen first? What if that's all it's gonna take? What if God, the universe, your source, whatever you choose to call it, is just waiting on you to describe it? This is a way of saying you're ready to live it. All right, so here's what scripting is. Scripting is just writing something down, using past tense verbiage about something you want for your future. Like it's already your reality, though. Instead of writing that, I want to get out of debt, you might say something like, I remember when I paid off my last credit card, I felt so good about that. And I am so happy that I got it done. Now I'm in overflow. You know, you telling your subconscious, you telling your spirit and the energy around you, this is what I want to feel like. This is what it feels like for me to already have it. So imagine that you're journaling. Imagine the first page of your journal. Imagine it's the preview to your best life. I woke up, I did this, I did that. Imagine reading your own script out loud and just feeling chills like, I really did that. And I wrote this before I did that. Because see, your nervous system believes you, girl, and it is real, and then your nervous system just knows that it did actually happen because the feeling was conjured, and the emotion was locked in, and then the reality of it starts showing up. Like, yeah, it happened. I'm just getting here though. I'm late to the party though. See, I started scripting during one of the craziest times of my life after I first learned about who I am, manifestation, God, when I first became aware of my who I am, and I started scripting. And I remember one day I wrote down that my husband was walking and found a diamond ring and gave it to me. And my husband got off work that day, which he was taking the bus that day. But when he came in, he gave me a ring, and it was a real diamond ring. He said he helped his boss move, and his boss gave him a box of jewelry, which his wife had passed, but he gave him some. I had rings, necklaces. Look, I had to go read it to him from my journal. Like, that was probably my first time manifesting. I could tell you 100 times I manifested using scripting. I manifested finding money. I have manifested bed sheets. I'm so proud of myself. So I'll tell you more about that later. Okay, so now I want you to just believe and understand that this is real and that this is possible for you to do, because you're going to get started right away. And here is how you are going to get started. Number one, you're going to pick a feeling, not a thing that you want, not a person that you want. You're going to pick a feeling that you want to conjure. So you're not going to just be scripting, I want some money. No. Look, girl, you're going to say things like, I love the ease of checking my account now. It makes me smile. Everything I need is paid for, and I still have money left over. You're going to use the past tense like this. Hey, this has already happened. See, and I can remember a time when I was so specific with my details because I really had my heart set on these hotel sheets I used to see at the World, okay? And I wanted these sheets so bad. These sheets was like $70 or maybe even more. And I wrote it in my journal. I just wrote down, I love the comforting, I love the silky way it feels on my skin or something to that effect. But I was very descriptive about it, and I was very excited and happy to have these sheets that I did not have yet. And the next time I went to the store, lo and behold, the sheets was on sale. Before I even checked the price, I looked at my card and I had like $12 left on my card, and I just gave up right then. Like, I would never get these sheets, but they are nice. And I start imagining really doing a transaction for the sheets in my head, and my hand is on the sheets. And I never even looked at the price. I know they was marked down, and I put them on the shelf. And this guy who works at Walmart, he walked up to me and he said, "You looking at those sheets? Those sheets are on sale right now. They marked down." I said, "I know, but I don't think I can get them today. I might have to wait." He said, "They $12." I said, "I'll take them." And I went and read it again. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is a meal ticket. So I want you to be descriptive. I want you to be specific with the details. And you're gonna write this down, and you're gonna include who you are. I mean, who you are with, where you are. You're gonna include this. What are you smelling? What are you wearing? Maybe a nice white blouse. And next, you're gonna read this out loud to yourself before you go to bed. This is really helpful. But I usually write mine before bed. So reading it out loud and really feeling it, it's fun. It's imaginative. It makes you feel like a kid. It's like daydreaming. But you're going to do this Read it before bed, because the subconscious is going to eat it up. It's going to start rearranging them beliefs. That's why I told you in a blink of an eye, because when you wake up by morning, your beliefs are already changing. And so next, I want you to do this for 3 nights straight, okay? This is not a challenge, but this, your subconscious is gonna easily remember this as you lay down. Once you do it one time, your mind gonna do it you like on autopilot. As soon as you lay down at this specific time, I do this every night, y'all. I do this with a specific commercial every night about myself. So take it from me. You're gonna do this and just start with a few seconds. Start with a few seconds. Read it out loud before you go to bed. Take you about 5 minutes. And don't be shocked when the money get to moving in your world. Because the truth is, and here's the gem, the truth of life, your word is your wand. Your word forms your world. And when you're writing the word, it's more intense because you can only focus on that one thing when you're writing. It's not the same as reading it or visualizing it, because the mind can take you so many places. But as you write, you are extremely focused on that one thing that you're writing down. Now, it was another scripting success I wanted to talk to you about, but it has left my mind. I can't remember which one it is, so I did have a few I wanted to share with you, because this is something I do so. Oh yeah, about the lottery. My husband is big on playing the lottery, okay? And I wrote down, it was not too long after I moved into this house, which was last October, and I just started writing. I didn't have nothing else to do. My Wi-Fi wasn't working. We had just moved in, and I sat down and I wrote, Poppy gave me $1,000. Poppy is my husband. Okay, so I wrote that down. I put the clipboard up in my closet, and later that night, Poppy came in from work, and he's sitting on the bed. I'm sitting on the bed, and he's playing his gambling game, and he wins $1,000 on the phone. Okay, so we say he won $1,000. I jumped on the screen. I go in the closet. I get the clipboard out. I'm like, look, I just wrote that you gave me $1,000, and he's like, hold on. I ain't gonna give you this whole $1,000. I'm like, well, it's just so correlated. I just love the power. I love the power. And I'm always in awe of the magic that we have. So yeah, when you align your spiritual space, your imagination, and you bridge it along with the physical realm, this is the way you do it. You do it with your words, and you do it when you write and you script your words. So when you align these two together, baby, it's a wrap. You're gonna see that you no longer are chasing money. You are attracting clarity. You are accepting opportunities and standing in overflow. So I want you to try that for 3 nights. Light a candle, play some soft music. I mean, make it a thing. And your subconscious is going to reward you. And I want you to write one page. Just one page. Take you about 5 minutes. And write it from your rich self. Write it from your soft, healed self. Put yourself in that place. Put yourself in that position. This can be the simplest money getting ritual you ever heard, and that you can start right now, tonight. Now that you know how to script for the money, girl, you need to learn how to set your frequency to wealth and flow all day, not just the night. So click the next video. Let's go deeper. Let's get into the energy of budgeting burnout, and let's get into talking about how we letting the money chase us for once. I'll see you over there in the next one.